Being oblivious is never a fun feeling, especially when you're on vacation. Now, imagine you're on your dream vacation, eating dinner at a local restaurant. When suddenly you take a bite of your mashed potatoes and they turn out to be lard. Now imagine you walk outside of said restaurant, when suddenly people run past you, dancing, chanting, and singing in a language you don't understand for reasons you don't know why. Perhaps this could be because you did not take the time to learn about the culture you just immersed yourself in. Listen to this speech and I'll help give a better explanation as to why such a thing could happen on the island of Hawaii. In fact, Hawaii is the dream vacation spot for several people. I believe this is because of the rich culture the Hawaiian people surround themselves in and are so passionate about. In fact, there's one time in particular, hundreds of people traveled to Hawaii to help the Hawaiian people celebrate the Marine Monarch Festival in honor of King David Kalakaua. Now you might be wondering, well, why is King David relevant to the Hawaiian culture? Believe me, he is. Because without King David, hula might never have happened again. This is because Christian missionaries came to Hawaii several years ago and tried to put a ban on hula. As you can imagine, many Hawaiians were very upset about this. Before King David was king, he was very passionate about several different things that make up Hawaiian culture. In fact, as a young kid, he set up different organizations. As he grew more knowledgeable, he started organizations such as the Young Hawaiians, which encouraged people to learn more about Hawaii's history and why their culture is so important. If it wasn't for him and getting people to love Hawaiian culture, then maybe they would never have hula. In fact, once he was finally elected king, he was so happy about it that he decided to celebrate and have a huge party in honor of hula, music, different arts and crafts, and everything that makes the Hawaiian culture so unique. He celebrated several times. However, once he died, he was no longer able to do this. So the Hawaiian people decided to celebrate in his honor. That's where the Marine Monarch Festival came into order. Now you might be wondering, well, what do people do for an entire week? Let me better explain. For the first 3 days, people can participate in different arts and crafts. Then they can go see different music groups, and they can listen to different type of Hawaiian music. On the third day, people gather at the Edith Stadium and they watch hula competitors. The first people to dance are non-competitors. These people give a traditional hula dance in order to set the mood. Afterwards, groups and single people dance. There are alternative dances and modern dances, but the most important is the Miss Hula competition. At the end of the week, the judges tally up the scores and they decide who the winners are. In fact, there's a huge parade at the end of the festival where they honor the new Miss Hula. She is the reigning queen of hula for that entire year. Now you can imagine hula is very important to the Hawaiian people. In fact, think about how important football is to several Americans. Imagine your favorite football team winning the Super Bowl. That's a great feeling. Now imagine how the Hawaiian people feel when someone they love wins the hula competition. This is an amazing feeling for them. However, it means much more because hula is not just a sport to them. It's a way of communication and telling stories. It's a way of showing true emotions in a beautiful way. When you were young, did you love hearing stories from your relatives and learning about the different history they lived through? Well, the Hawaiian people did love that. However, before there was a written language, they would communicate through hula. They would memorize different dances, and they'd put true emotion behind these dance moves and memorize them in order to tell these stories later on. King David once said, "Hula is the language of the heart, therefore, the heartbeat of the Hawaiian people." If you think about it, you would never really guess how important hula is to Hawaiian people. That's why it's important to learn about different cultures. It's also very inspiring to see how they live and the different things they're passionate about. If you think of America, where would it be without looking to others for inspiration? What would America be like if we didn't incorporate different cultures into the way we live? When you go on vacation to different countries, it's very important to live about the culture that's surrounding them. Because if you go to a country and know nothing about what they do, then you might do something awkward, such as order lard at a local restaurant, because you don't know simple phrases, or perhaps because that's normal for them and not for you. Culture is very important, because without culture, we might not be able to move forward. In fact, there's a very popular saying in Hawaiian. It means, unite to move forward. And I believe that in order to unite, we need to learn about different cultures and understand each other before we are able to move forward.